Hey, girl. Hey, baby lion. I see you, girl. I see everyone joining in. Let me see what's going on. I think Satoshi's been rugged or is
What's
here.
up, guys? I'm here.
Hi. Hi, hi, hi. So, good to see everyone. Let me see. We got some more people coming in. So we're having a very special room today because I've got some bunch of friends coming in. We have a giveaway today. We have some Satoshi's index updates about their tools. We have some great guests coming in. And I do want to hear about people's community growth and how exactly you guys are building your communities. And we're just going to have a chill, fun chat. Everyone who wants to jump in and join the conversation is welcome to come on stage and share and be part of the conversation. Super happy to have everyone here. Hey, Kai, see you beautiful. And I see everyone here who's joining us on the space. Um, so guys, first of all, before we get the giveaway, it's going to start really soon. We have Bunny Buddies who's joining us today. We have Kai Girl joining us today too. I want to introduce you our host. We have Satoshi's Index, who has the first ever utility NFT that has a crypto investment automation tool. That if anyone is clueless like me in anything related to crypto, he's the address to go to. So, just wanted to briefly introduce my co-host for today. So blessed to have you here. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, hey.
So great to be here, Tal. Thanks for the great intro. I'm inviting some other friends too, so we're going to have a great session today to talk about community, how we're providing real world utility towards our communities, and also what all the best movers and shakers are doing in this space. So, more to come, guys. We're just getting started.
Amazing. And if you guys, hey Kai, what's up, girl? What's up?
Hey
What's
everyone.
up?
Hey,
Hey.
I'm really excited. I love utility. That's like my favorite part. So, I love it when there's like investment utility too because I research that a lot. So, I didn't expect that, but how exciting.
Well, listen, I we do want to speak about utilities today, and I think that hey, Bunny, welcome on stage. We get to you really soon. Good to have you here, my friend. I just wanted to reply to Kai, beautiful Kai, that we're talking today a lot about. We're going to talk a lot about community and utilities, and I think that's so important, and that's why Satoshi's Index, which is Kevin on the back over there. Is going to share a little bit about what they have done with utility for their tools. But I do want to open this conversation for whoever want to ask questions, ever anyone wants to jump in and share. This is a really chill, cool Sunday afternoon room. There's no too much, rules, or we're not just talking to each other. Everyone is invited on stage to share and to jump in whenever he wants. And before we go to Satoshi, just to share about your utility. Bunny. I've got Bunny here, and Bunny Buddies have an amazing project that I fell in love in. Seriously, man. And they're doing a giveaway here today. What's up, Bunny?
Let's go. Happy
Woo!
Easter and Passover and to everybody else.
Woohoo! Very, very, very excited. And guys, Bunny Buddies are creating a real hand drawn Bunny Buddies, and they have an amazing art and amazing utility as well. And we're just gonna talk about them a little bit later. But they're doing also a giveaway. Um, Aria, it's you, right? On the back. Just wanted to make sure it's you or your brother. Which one of you are here?
Oh, sorry about that. I was on mute while trying to retweet the room, which is what everybody should be doing. And I'm going to put a retweet up there in a post. It is me, Ari. My brother is at a baseball game supporting Kev Smith, one of our bunnies who are playing against our home team today. Oh, I see Meta Mitch is actually here. Looks like he's arrived. But yeah,
Woohoo!
it's so happy to be here. What a great Sunday.
Well, happy to have you here, my friend. And I kind of fell in love with your bunnies, so I can't wait to have this tweet coming up for the giveaway. We're going to do it in just a minute, but I do want to start the convo by talking a little bit about community and utilities. Now, I know that a lot of projects, a lot of projects are struggling and they're like asking how exactly they can, reach people. How can they actually make the audience want to get connected to them? And why would people actually get connected to them, and be with them for a long run and not just a hype and not just, and basically how to do that. And I know that a lot of projects have done beautiful job and build their communities around either utility or a great roadmap and promises that they have stand up for and they created it and made it happen. um, so whoever is on stage and want to jump in and share a little bit about their project community building process and some of the utilities that they have been using, that will be amazing. I don't know who wants to start off. I see Ashley, my love, is here. Also has an amazing project that she's running on the back for women that need support in anything related to cancer, and she maybe want to talk about it later. I don't want to spotlight anyone. Whoever want to jump in and share a little bit about his project and what he's been doing for utility and what do you guys think, about utility in general, that's the time.
Yeah, I can kick us off, Tal. And after I go, I definitely want to shout out to my homie Takao Universe. They've done some amazing stuff with Method Man. That's all about providing fans with real world utility. But he can definitely speak towards that later. But I would like to kick off, first of all, with a confession to make. And that confession is I was not always bullish on NFTs. So I've been in crypto since 2014. But back in the fall of last year, I was thinking about how I could get into NFTs and provide some communities that we build or potentially would build in the future. How can we provide these communities with some real world value in the form of utility or perks or even education? So we identified this white space because we found that there wasn't that much education out there, and there might be for some people but not everyone. So we were trying to figure out how we can democratize responsible and successful crypto and NFT investing to as many people as possible, simply because, as you guys know, it is so easy to fall in a sort of rug pull situation, scam situation, hacking situation. And since I've been in this space since 2014, I've been in all those situations. And I would not want any of that to fall on anyone else. It is a horrible feeling. It's demoralizing when you get hacked or you get scammed, you get rug pulled. It is such a bad feeling. You fall in such a deep hole, and I would not wish that upon anyone. So with our project, Satoshi's Index, we really wanted to drive that education into the ground for as many people as possible. So, for example, our tool is all about providing utility. It's about, yes, the NFT, but the NFT is sort of your gateway and access token to a platform that helps you invest into the most popular cryptos. So this means, hey, let's invest what everyone else is investing into, similar to stocks. If there's any like old school stock investors in here, that's how like a majority of people trade and invest, right? They just invest into what the market is investing in. Those are called index funds. It's like the S&P 500 is the most common index fund, but there's a lot of them out there. There isn't really anything like that for crypto, so we wanted to make sure that people were aware of what's working for a majority of people in the traditional investing world and how we can apply those fundamentals to the crypto world and also to the NFT world as well. So yeah, it's coming back to education, right? It's all about democratizing this responsible and successful crypto investing to as many people as possible. So our tools are helping to do that, and by doing this, we are bringing in as many new people as possible into the NFT space. So like 50% of the people who've minted our NFTs were brand new to NFTs. They had not minted an NFT before. So new blood's coming in. We're providing people with real world value. And I think a lot of other projects on this panel today are also providing people, their communities, with tons of real world value. That's not only giving NFTs a great name, but also bringing in new types of investors and new types of community members as well. So yeah, I would love to throw it to someone else for them to talk about how their projects are bringing utility and real world benefits to their fans and to their community members. Takao, let's go to you. And I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I know your name in real life, but I don't know how to say that name.
No, it's totally fine. It's all good. Hey, everybody. How's it going? My name is Alex. I'm one of the co-founders, and I guess like co-founders slash animators slash every other hat you can imagine when it comes to running an NFT project you have to wear. But basically, I'm one of the co-founders of Takal Universe, which is Method Man's comic book universe, which is the first NFT project that Method Man ever dropped. And that was like November of last year on the Flow Network, which was a very conscious decision that we decided to go and pivot over outside of the traditional OpenSea Ethereum platform that everyone else is doing right now. We decided to kind of go a little bit more of the niche route, and we went closer into like Dapper's Flow Network. So a lot of it has to do with the utilities that are associated with low gas fees when it comes to minting a lot of your NFTs. We do hear that that's like one of the most common issues when it comes to minting large scale projects. Anything in the thousands plus range, you start really incurring like larger and larger gas fees. So what we decided to do is go a little bit left field, go with something that's non-conventional, something that's like up and coming. And we do have a lot of faith that like this project is going to be able to expand not just on the Flow Network, but across everywhere else. But just to give everybody a little bit of an update as to what exactly this project does and what it is that we offer to the community as a whole is pretty much access to Method Man himself. We, since the founding of this project, when we originally pitching this idea to Method Man, what he wanted to do was create a community around this project. He didn't just want to do one of those like rug pulls or cash grab opportunities because let's be completely honest, when you're an A-list celebrity and you have access to pretty much anything and everything, the last thing you want to do is compromise your integrity by doing like one of those rug pulls that you see so many celebrities that are affiliated with this project do. So in this case, what we wanted to do was kind of like think outside of the box. And one of the things that Method Man wanted to offer was a comic book. He's always wanted to release one. And since then, he's dropped two projects, one called Mephiverse, that's exclusively on OpenSea, and another one which was Takal Universe. So for us, we decided to create this whole multiverse concept where the original investors and the people who started getting into this project at the very early stages, which was part of our Genesis drop back in November, we decided to give them an opportunity to anyone who purchased one of the bundles of our original character rosters, who are basically going to be like the previs or like early concepts or proofs of concept for this comic book. They're the ones that are going to be receiving some of the greatest perks in terms of like the community growth aspect when it comes to later this year when I don't know if I should drop this immediately right now, but one of the big perks that we're going to be dropping exclusively for the Royal Bees, which is our basically like our whitelist, our group of whitelist attendees or participants, is we're going to be creating an entire like comic book, like I guess pop-up shop, first starting in New York or New Jersey, and then from there we're going to begin expanding it where we offer pretty much anyone who's within the community access to the comic book, different projects, different merch, and a whole bunch of stuff that we have like in the pipelines that we're about to release. So actually within the next 2 weeks, we're about to drop our second drop officially on OpenSea, where we're going to be just dropping like in total 3 pieces, and all of them are going to get full VIP access to Method Man himself. So one of the pieces that we're going to be dropping, and this is kind of go back to community engagement and actually providing real world utilities to the people who are investing in the project. What we're going to be doing is we're dropping this one of one Be On Top animation. With it, we decided to really provide the owner of this NFT way more than just like the initial conventional things like, oh, you get early access to future drops and updated information. What we decided to do was we're going to be flying that person out to New York City and have a one-on-one workout with Method Man himself. So I don't know if too many people here are familiar. Method Man is jacked now, and he's like fitness and health is a big part of his lifestyle right now. And what we decided to do is how would we be able to provide, I guess, not just access, but an opportunity to some of the biggest fans within his community and those who aren't really too familiar with him as a whole to kind of just begin to develop this real world relationship. That's why a lot of the times we wanted to create these opportunities of communication and I guess access, because a lot of the AMAs that we've had since the founding of the project, we decided to incorporate Method Man as soon as his availability is open. So he would hop on 2-3 times a week, randomly out of the blue, just to kind of shoot the shit with the community. And I believe that's the type of access that I don't really see too many celebrities offering within their NFT projects these days. So that was one of the things we really wanted to give back to everybody. And kind of just
Alex, I love that. Let me just highlight what you just mentioned, because I think everyone in the room just needs to remember what you mentioned in like the best possible light, right? Like the idea of providing super fans with access is such a cool idea. And that's through real world pop-up shops, flying them to NYC to actually work out with Method Man. That's super dope, man. That is so dope. Oh, but Kay, let me just quickly jump to you since your hand was up real quick. What do you
I
got?
mean, I got to be honest, it's not going to be quick. So let me let you go first, because I really have a lot to say to not just you, but also to Cal. I mean, I'm in New York doing pop-up events, man. I got a lot to say. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
do you? No, that's wonderful. I'm excited to hear, actually.
well, before we move forward, Tikal, are you done with your share? Because it was awesome share. I mean, that was a lot.
Well, no, there's quite a lot more that's going to be coming up. So if anyone's interested, feel free to check out our link tree. We have a lot more information on our
Amazing.
Discord that we're going to be sharing with everyone.
Amazing, amazing. Before we go into Kai, I just want to do a quick reset, guys. Feel free to check out the links above. We have Satoshi's Index. They have amazing tips about crypto growth and how to actually invest in your crypto in the best way. If you scroll another one to the right, we got Bunny's Buddies that is doing a giveaway, and I want him to actually give us a little share. Before Kai, we're going to jump to you because I know you got a lot to say. You want to share as well. So before we go into you, girl, I do want to give the stage to Bonnie because he was waiting before, and I do want him to share about his giveaway today because we want people to be notified about what they can earn. I mean, this is a real big deal. So, and then Kai, we go to you, and anyone who wants to jump in, feel free to jump in. This is like a fun, chill space. Everyone is welcome on stage, or can just jump in the conversation. We literally don't need really hands up. Just if you feel like you can raise your hands up, but you can just jump in the conversation and let it go. So Bunny, the mic is yours, and then Kai, look, girl. Okay, sorry for that. I really wanted Bunny to share.
Tal, love you, love everybody in here so much. We also love all the women in the space. So I'm going to do what we do as bunnies. We're going to step down, but I do want to reset, not step down from the room, but I'm going to let Kai go first because I'm excited to hear too. But I want to do a quick little reset. If you guys take a look up at the top, the second pin in, please click on that link. If you guys are in the room, you share, retweet, and give her a like. It's that simple. 3 things, don't cost you a second and don't cost you a penny, but it'll get you definitely an opportunity to win a Bunny Bunnies today, a little Easter giveaway on behalf of Tal in the room and my brother and everybody in our community. Just happy to be here. So do share and retweet the room. I'm dying to hear all this alpha from Kay over here. So please, let's get rocking and rolling. I love it. And we're going to continue. We'll have plenty of time to talk bunnies tonight.
Yes, and guys.
I didn't have anything that exciting to say, guys. I'd way rather hear about bunnies.
Oh, you built it up. You built it up so much. You're on,
Okay,
you're on tour over there. Let's go.
I mean, all right. Well, I feel like Bunny would have had something to add to my thing, though, to be honest. So maybe Bunny goes first.
Ooh, look at that. Something to add. How can I add if I'm going first? But I will say I love the topic of conversation here today. Community is a huge part of Web3 and, any successful projects out there that have any intention on being long-term, that do have the eyes for blue chip or anything along those lines. If they aren't forming a strong community, if they aren't providing strong utilities to their community, above and beyond metaverse and games and all these other things, communities need to be organized in a way where our strongest voices can be heard. And it's very tough, especially when you've got larger communities. We're built up to 250,000 or so members in our community, 15, 20,000 online at any given point. Maybe a little more today because they're all hunting for Easter eggs in there and the golden eggs. But aside from that, it's one of those things where we've really been able to, I guess, shine on the spotlight on our community members and give them a place to really have voices. And, a lot of people out there starting their own projects and they want to learn. So these are the spaces to do them in, giving them the floor and whether it's on Twitter or Clubhouse or within your Discord to make these connections and get their own confidence and build their own little micro communities and spin off of you. This is what projects are about. We're here to lift up everything and everyone in the space. You got guys like Violetta today with her musical NFT going on, which is incredible. Yeah, Sammy Arriaga. You've got all these amazing, singers, smaller independents that need a little bit of a spotlight. And I think, for people in our position and projects that do have, larger pull, and we've got the voices to be heard, I think it's important for us to share those voices to help lift other people in other communities. So, on that note, I'm not doing a whole shilling thing right now. We do have so many exciting things going on within the bunny world, from eating carrots to our game releasing, or portion of the game releasing in a couple of weeks, so on and so forth. So, we'll fill you in. I'm sure we can take all kinds of questions later on as well. But Kay, I'd love to pass it on to you and hear what you've got to say.
Guys, make sure you retweet it. That's the second pin up top. Make sure you go ahead and retweet this room because you might win a bunny buddy today. So I wouldn't miss that opportunity for sure because they're just so beautiful. If you go check them out, they're amazing. So, Kai girl, the
Hey,
microphone is yours.
I just want to say I would like to go in one room where Violetta does not get the stage. No, I'm kidding. I love her. She's great. But really, okay, what my project is and why I'm waiting for other people to talk is basically a platform for other people to build out their projects on. And I haven't dropped it yet. It's called Pioneer Headquarters, and it's dedicated to helping you do your most important work by working together to build crafted dreams, provide guidance, and support a community. So I'm going to do in real life events. That's my main focus. I'm going to drop my holders events at the start. I'm going to give away 300 keys that I think are awesome to people that are awesome. And I'm very intentionally picking them and have been for a year. And I love parties. I come from events. So just for example, Satoshi, I know you mentioned Method Man, and I actually used to do influencer marketing with Kai Green. And I don't really talk a whole lot about the things I used to do in Web 2 because I just didn't really want it to involve Web 3. But now I do, I guess. And so Kai Green could totally do an event in New York with, a sports doctor and Method Man, and that would be crazy. And that's kind of what my project is about. It's like keeping those people together and making sure that it's from like a very vetted community, and sort of just being like, this is going to be an awesome party. Now, who wants to go to this party? So if you've done something in the past that has, for example, like involved sports, I'm going to possibly drop you, Method Man's project, right? And then,
Oh yeah, that would be great. Sorry, that I'm done
yeah,
there.
sorry. I think I might have said bunny, but I meant tackle. Sorry. But yeah, like I drop you Method Man's project, or for Satoshi with his real life events, like just asking, do you have anywhere to throw those events?
Takal, I'll flip it to you because I think she was talking about the real world events that you guys are doing with Method Man.
Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, sorry. Takal.
No, it's totally fine. It's all good. With regards to the specific live events, so because our NFT is actually surrounded around the comic book world, we were kind of wanted to create more of like a comic book themed event in the beginning to kind of unveil it to the initial holders of like the Royal Bees, and then from there we were going to create more of like a sports combination because we do want to incorporate the Method Man's love and passion for like the comic book community along with his passion and his like commitment towards fitness and athletics and just like getting in better shape. So I think that could be a great opportunity, especially tying together with other celebrities or other influencers that have like a very strong presence within the fitness space.
Exactly. So what my project would do is throw a little party for, not a little party, but a pretty cool one. That was like an experiential marketing party. And then everybody who was there would, in theory, be allowed like a whitelist spot or some sort of benefit to that effect. And, I'm like teaming up with hotels right now that are taking crypto and trying to throw events there. So a lot of my stuff is in person. And I just saw a need for that, and I wanted to connect with everybody and include everyone. So that's why I'm just really happy that these like in the real world utility things are coming up, because I've been actually looking to throw like these educational events, and it's all about education. So that's back to Satoshi for a long time. So it really involves everybody here.
Yeah, I actually think that that's like a really cool opportunity because providing education in the space right now is very valuable, and there are really not that many people within the actual like NFT like arena right now in Web3 that are focusing primarily on just educating the consumer and educating people who are very new to the space. It's great that Satoshi is actually offering that as a utility where it's providing this type of real world education about investing within the crypto market. And I can totally see that being expanded across a variety of different sectors within the NFT space, from like health and wellness to fitness, athletics, and like pretty much anything at this point.
I think if I can just maybe chime in there, absolutely. I love how Satoshi's definitely got his, and, his finger on the pulse when it comes to the crypto side of the world. And I'm diving in right now, looking, Satoshi. I'm learning more and more about you here. So this is great, and I'm on your site and getting a look at what it is that you guys are really offering, and I can't wait to hear a little bit more. But like you said, it is a very education is a huge element and tool that is underutilized in the space, and we have so many amazing educators. And I think finding the platform or providing them with the platform to educate and speak and teach our own community members to be smarter investors, smarter holders. There's 100 mints going out a day. 90% of them are rug pulls at the end of the day. So giving them the red flags, the what to look fors. Within Bunny Buddies, actually, about a week and a half ago, just before the NFT Miami week, we had one of three episodes that are being held, master classes that are being held within the Bunny Buddies community, hosted by Fanzo, which is Fanzo, part of Fanzo 365. He's been minting one a day since November. He's the guy's got one of those undercover three-letter initials from his back government work, and when it comes to due diligence, he does this wholeheartedly, and that's what he does full time right now. So they've been minting. I don't know. They're on like their 150th mint or so, and part of the masterclass is him teaching what he's learned over the last 150 plus mints. Minting one a day, every day for the last 150, and that collection will actually ultimately be sold as a mosaic at the end of the year. So November 11th, when he's got his 365 completed, it's being sold as a single mosaic. So somebody's literally going to have a calendar of all kinds of amazing mints that happen through the year, good, bad, and ugly. It's going to be a little bit of history in there. We were in Miami kind of laughing about how we shared some of the same rug pulls, which was, made his collection. But again, you can only bat 1,000 if you're running the show yourself every single time. So, great stuff.
Bunny, I think that a lot of people are approaching me and they said, I don't know why I don't sell out. I'm not sure, and I think that every project, that's my opinion, from, what I've experienced, has to really understand, first of all, what he's selling, what his offer is, because not every project has its own uniqueness. And if you don't have a uniqueness, then you're in problem. But if you do have a unique, like, you guys, Bunny, are creating this handmade amazing amazing characters, and you have your whole story around it, and Satoshi's Index creating this platform that you can go to pension, you say, you can save money literally, and you can invest in crypto even if you don't know nothing about it, because they build this algorithm that enables you to invest every day automatically, like $10 or $5 or $100 or 1,000, whatever you want, a daily, a monthly, and you forget about this. And this is an amazing utility. But and for example, Ashley's creating something amazing with the cancer, nonprofit cancer, that she's actually bringing life to other women in the space who really in need for that. And it's, some projects are so amazing, and I think that, not specifically your projects, just in general, I think every project needs to understand what his values and what he's bringing into the space, and also what kind of audience he's approaching. Now, when you know what kind of audience you're approaching, you know where to go to speak to. Maybe they have specific communities, Facebook pages, LinkedIn groups, IRL communities. And then I would definitely focus on educating, trying to educate this kind of audience and bring them into your space by educating those new people who are your specific audience, and give them the tools to be able to purchase this NFT and get all the, the utility, and get all the benefits from being part of the community. Because we are so little here. I mean, we're so few here. Really, there's no, some people think that everyone, why they're not minting out or why they're not selling out, because sometimes our audience is not really here. They're not NFT oriented yet. They're not on Web3. They don't even know what it exists. And there's so much potential out there to create, to bring new people in, that you have to really start to think, how do you educate your own audience, like for example Satoshi's Index, they can, like they do, to educate the mass on crypto. And those are the people who are going to come in and join their tool, which is really an amazing tool. I got to know it, and I'm using it, and I love it, and I think it's a lifesaver, and it's a money saver, and I feel I'm ready to be old and and save all my crypto with their tool. But this is just an example, but anyone who has a specific niche that he's focused on should think about what his audience is, where he can find him, where he can meet him. Is it on Twitter? Is it on, maybe not on Twitter, maybe it's on Facebook groups, as I said, different Facebook groups, or LinkedIn groups, or maybe a different forums or different websites, or maybe on Instagram. I don't know, Instagram fan pages that has his audience, or different specific groups of people who are online or offline. Where can he meet these people, and how can he bring them the message of his NFT collection or the message of his project? And that's all happens by educating other people, and that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, it really depends on where your audience is. And you're not going to know that initially. You're going to take time to get to know the people who follow you and who are part of your community. But I think Tal's right. Education is key, especially if we're all trying to grow this space, which we are. I mean, most of the people on stage right now are all creators. Chances are a lot of people in the audience are also creators. That's why we're here. We're early, we're creating. But we're also potentially in maybe a sort of bubble. I was asked this during a podcast yesterday. Are we in an NFT bubble? And I responded with, are we in a housing market bubble? Is the car market in a bubble? You could go on forever, right? So the answer is we might be, but no one knows for certain. But what I do know for certain is that we're all early. So we need to do our part to educate folks and make sure that everyone is investing responsibly, but also successfully. They go hand in hand, right? That's sort of what we preach at Satoshi's Index. There's a balance. You can find a balance. But every project is going to offer different levels of education and also different types of utility as well. So I would love to hear more about what all you guys are providing. I see someone's hands up. Tokir.
Yes, hi, Satoshi. Good to call someone Satoshi. Hi, this is Tokir here. I'm based in Dubai. We are basically into user-based acquisition business and have actually the world's largest consortium of um, content creators and esports organizations. We own around 45 plus esports organizations. Plus, we have more than 900 creators who are non-crypto, but are actually organic content creators across the platforms with more than 440 million subscriber base. Um, we have been into the conventional business from last 8 years, but now our main idea was actually we had a lot of people like one of the lady Kay was mentioning that we are just very few people who actually know what NFTs are, what Web3 is, how the space actually functions. To talk a bit more about that is like a lot of us here in these panels, a lot of us here in these VC conferences speaking that, hey, we have to bridge the gap, we have to bridge the gap. So I thought, like, being the owner of the company, we thought, why not to actually utilize it through the medium where the maximum user base is linked to the crypto in one way or the other way, which is the youth. Um, we are actually like right now working in the regions like Southeast Asia, MENA, Turkey, India, all of these places where the total number of active wallet holders are more than 130 million in between the age segment of 16 to the age segment of 34, and which is the same relevant audience that we have. And there is a very simple strategy that we follow in terms of user base acquisition, is like relevant content to the relevant audience. I think we as whole, as a crypto community, we miss out a lot on that. There is a lot of work to be done. There have to be, in order to actually think about how do we bridge that gap, is the important question. That how is an important question. Then actually coming out of the project, hey, maybe this project, maybe that project can actually solve it. Where we have to mainly look at the biggest ideology behind it, like where the biggest crypto use base is actually into the gaming world right now, where it's the most used asset in gaming, or where NFTs are a big part of it, where like NFTs cannot be only collectibles. There are very scarce projects which can act as collectibles, or which can have a rippling effect in the market through the networking effect. We somehow identify those projects, and like I'll give you an example, like where we saw a lot of projects. One of the projects, like Axie Infinity, it took them 7 years to acquire a user base of 1 million plus from their time of existence till now. So in order to get to that 1 million user base, the basic strategy, first, it was, to be honest, like pure luck, and then they had to pay out a lot of money in terms of the revenue based, to like out of their VCs pockets, out of their own pockets, to actually pay out those people to get them more and more interested into the game. So we did one project very recently, and we were doing an alpha run on that project, which was an NFT play to earn game, and we acquired around 2.2 million wallets in a span of just 60 days. And we had a very simple strategy, which was just take the relevant content, a relevant project, and take it to the relevant audience. And the results were magical. Um, so we generate around 4 to 5 billion viewership every month. We have done exclusive content for. How we came up with this is basically, you have to look at, you'd never have to go head on head, toe to toe with one of the biggest companies in the world, like Tencent in gaming, or Activision in gaming. You just have to simply replicate what they did. And they utilize the same models and same channels that we have. And they actually utilize those same channels to get more and more user base on board. So we just tell all the particular clients of ours, like they range from 1inch aggregator, we have Terra, some of the products from Terra ecosystem and other places, or Polygon, that just replicate that. Don't need to compete with that. But education is important, for sure, that if we ensure that like, a lot of us, we buy into projects and we don't really know that how the emission charts are designed. Nobody looks into those emission charts. We had to look at, like, nowadays in crypto, you don't only need just money, you just need much more than money, which is basically you need VCs with a networking effect. Like we also have our own fund based in Dubai, and we are layered with certain products from Animoca or Ubisoft or any of these companies. So yeah, I mean, NFT for personally, for me, is a new space that I'm also exploring. I have some projects on board that we are working with, which has a use case, but we are we are more than happy to explore, and wherever I get an opportunity, I try and put my 2 cents of education.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Toki. Kay, girl, see your hand up.
No. So what I love so much about this topic is that originally I wanted to tell Satoshi, I kind of come from DeFi a little more than NFTs. So I see an NFT as a way to source for funds, and I come from Web 2, and I actually, Toki, I'd love to connect, because I used to work with a company in Dubai called Media.net, but I'm not a huge fan of the model, I have to be honest. So now I'm really excited to kind of go back to the idea of an NFT allowing access. And just because Satoshi's project is not in real life, it doesn't mean that it can't have an in real life event. I pinned up at the top, like, I did a DeFi event for an AI company literally last week, where we had women come on board, and you would be amazed how many people there didn't know about crypto at all. and just came because they were invited by a friend. And how many women we onboarded that night? It was probably like 600. And so that's a really big opportunity for an NFT. So and I feel like we don't need VCs, and no hate really, because I do both. But I do think that once you have a following, we can get a grant from Cardano for educational things where you can write out, DEXs and aggregators. And there's a lot Satoshi can do that I'll never know how to do DeFi wise. I don't care to. So that's why I love teaming up with his kind of stuff. And that's why I throw DeFi events, because I'm the person who needs that education actually. But I do like that we have like a little bit of a smaller, targeted vibe here. But no hate to Web2. I've done both.
Dehoof, what's up? What's up? What's up? Wait. Before anyone else jumps in, before, I want to remind you guys, we got a giveaway today by Bunny Buddies. It's in the link above my head. Make sure you tap on that link. Check out the tweet. Make sure you retweet that link that is on above my head to win today a bunny to your collection, guys. So
And
if you want to make sure,
I
so
would
for it.
think, we need at least two. We're almost there, anyways. We're like just over 100 people in here. We need at least 200 people in this room to start doing
Let's
some real giveaways. Let's show some love. Everybody, follow your host, your co-host, your speakers. That's what this industry is all about. It's, I don't know, what is it? Third, fourth, fifth tweet in there, pin, but definitely go click on that.
No,
Just
it's the
follow.
first one,
It's
Bunny.
the first
The first
one?
one.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
it's the
that.
first
We
one.
are like honored over here. So we're still at the first one. I just see all of these pins. I just figure we keep getting bumped. But do give that a share, retweet, and you must be in the room and follow those instructions to qualify in order to win, guys. It's a simple task, but it's a fun one. And watch how this room fills up. I can already see, bunnies on bunnies on bunnies in here. So let's keep it growing. Guys, from our community, go share the love, start spreading the word. You know how to do it. Bunnies multiply. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
With that game, Alpha, are we going to be able to breed bunnies?
Breed bunnies? That's another conversation all to itself. But we are doing a carrot drop for our bunnies, and that will breed. If you want to use that word, that will breed a new NFT coming up, and it's going to be a whole fun thing. Characters are going to be in there, same traits, and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're leveling up.
Well, I can tell you that, bunnies are known as breeders, right? I mean, they're all day, breeding. And so I feel like a bunny because I'm going to mint my own little bunny on May. On like May 9th. So it's very exciting, and I'm super love having bunnies around. So good to have you here.
And by your little bunny, they don't mean a bunny like an NFT you're minting over here, Tal. You are a bunny over there. Congratulations. So
yeah,
congratulations. You got a real one on the way.
I feel like you've been pregnant forever.
Forever, girl.